Okay, today I'm going to share with you on the marketing funnel builder. In many business, you need customers. That's why we need this marketing sales funnel builder to help you to be able to generate your own customer list. Okay, to build customer list, you need to integrate the system and where you can connect to all the software and also some software and the marketing tools. That's what you needed. And of course, with your experience that I found with your experience and your passion, and should be able to create a marketing funnel for your own business or for other business that you want to do. Okay, today I will share with you what my mentor Russell Branson has sent me. One of the video clip that his student Stephanie is using the funnel builder to build her own business, and also generated a number of clients that she helped asking her to build the customer funnel system for them. That's it.
The story. This is Stephanie Blake. Some of you guys know Stephanie. When she first got into this whole funnel game, I did a webinar like this, probably 6 or 7 years ago. She heard about it. She decided she wanted to become a funnel builder, and she started doing this. And one of the very first funnels she built, she didn't charge for it. She built it because she wanted to prove that this funnel thing would actually work for a business. So she went out there and she built a test funnel for a chiropractor. She gave it to him as a gift. And it was actually, she said it was a chiropractor she'd been to a couple years earlier. She wanted to test this funnel thing out. So she's like, hey, can I build a funnel for you? And the guy's like, sure. She built a funnel, gave it to the person, helped launch it. And it made, that funnel got this chiropractor 86 customers, right? Stephanie made it rain for that person. 86 customers, and each of these customers an average initial patient value between $1,000 and $1,500. So you knew the math on how much money that made the chiropractor. But she literally came in there, created something out of thin air the chiropractor didn't have, gave it to him, and boom, 86 customers started falling from air, right? Rain. She's a rainmaker. Stephanie's one of my favorite people, I've met ever. She's one of the coolest people ever. And as I was planning a whole certification program, going back and forth, I messaged her a couple of questions. And then she's like, did you know that I got started going through your certification program, the very first one, ClickFunnels first launched? And I was like, no. And she started telling me the first story, the second. She told me 4 or 5 stories. And I was like, this is insane. Can you come and tell everybody? I want everyone to understand this is real. It's not something to make up or believe. This is a real thing. So Stephanie, first off, thank you for coming on. How are you doing today?
Awesome. I'm doing so good. I'm so excited to be able to come here and tell my story because it's been absolutely incredible.
I'm so glad. Thank you for making the time and jumping on here. So I would love for you to kind of I want to hear a couple of your stories because they're so good. But there was a time, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago where you were on a webinar like this when we had we had a certification program back in the day, you guys. It hasn't been around for 5 years. And you sat here and you listened to this and you had to make the same decision a lot of people make it now. Will you walk through what was going on in your mind? I'd love to hear that. And then what made you decide to pull the trigger and jump all in?
Absolutely. So I was so new to this whole world of digital marketing and brand spanking new. I didn't know anything. I just happened to enter this world by a friend who needed some help. And I am kind of a techie with computers, physical computers. I know how to, build a computer or install RAM, those kind of things. And then I found this incredible world, and it happened because of the .com secrets book funnel, I believe. And on the back end, I remember seeing this video, and Russell, you were talking and you're interviewing people about, what had happened in their lives since they had started building funnels. And I was like, oh my gosh, I still remember staring at the screen and kind of feeling almost like the heat rush on your face whenever you know that you've happened upon something that could potentially change your life. And then there was this application process, and I had no idea about any of this stuff before, but there was an application process. So I got in, I gave my heart and soul in this application process, and I got in, and so I get on the phone with someone at ClickFunnels, and they're starting to tell me, I think this would be really amazing for you. What would you do if this was a real thing? If you could build funnels for people and it would change your life? And I started thinking about what would happen, and I knew it would completely change our lives, because at that time I was a homeschooling mom of 4. Well, there were technically 3 at that time. And my husband was working 2 jobs. There was no way for him to go and work another job. There was literally no more time for him to work anymore. And one of my kids had some learning differences. And so it really wasn't an option for me to send my kids away and go to corporate and make more money. And I knew it. Like, I can't explain. I knew that I needed to be in this program. But the reality is we did not have any money. I didn't even have $1,000 to my name, you guys. Like, and then after I get on this call and they're like, you're approved, you can get in the program. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I'm going to have to talk to my husband. And so we get off the call. I talk to my husband. I'm like, what can we do, babe? Like, I don't know. Is there anything we could do? And we both decided mutually that at that time in our lives, it just wasn't right timing to like get a credit card or do anything like that. And I just felt this sinking feeling going to bed at night. I was like, I'm missing out on a huge opportunity. And I believe in myself. I know that if I could just get into this program and get these skills, I know that I could change our stars, right? I know that I could make a difference in our lives. And so anyway, I woke up the next morning. It was still just kind of like, flip-flopping in my mind and my heart. And I had this idea, this epiphany. And I decided, I knew I needed $10,000. I was like, maybe I myself could figure out, like I could sell some stuff online and I could get $1,000. And then I had just come in contact. I'd done some work for some people that I knew, $3,000 would be nothing for them. And so I think back about it now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. But I wrote this email to 3 people that I knew. And I said, look, there's this opportunity and I am not able to help myself get this opportunity. And guys, I've heard things in the chat already. I saw expensive for an average person. It's way too expensive for someone just starting out. It looks like I'm going to have to sell my soul. Like, oh my gosh, like I can't tell you how much I understand where you're coming from and what you're saying, because I didn't have the money, guys. We were really, 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 really struggling. And so I reached out to these people and I wrote them an email, 3 people, and I said, would you be willing to invest $3,000 into me, and then I will do 6 months of work for you after I complete this program with what I learn, and I will help you build your business. And I wrote that email to 3 people. And before I knew it, this is the craziest thing, you guys, one of them wrote back and said that he wanted to give the full $10,000. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I remember I was like shaking. I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is going to happen. This is really going to happen. I'm going to do this. This is going to happen. And so I met up. He wrote me a check for $10,000. And I can't remember how crazy that felt to me. I had never spent more than maybe $37 or $47 online on any kind of learning of anything. It was beyond me to think about spending even $1,000 on something online. And then here I am with this $10,000 check. I'm going to go plop it down and give it to Russell Brunson so I can build funnels. Like, craziest thing. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. It changed our lives.
So cool. Now, I told a couple of your stories, but I'm sure I didn't tell them as well as you can, because I love you to tell the chiropractor story. I kind of mentioned it throughout the thing, but because that was one of the first ones you did, right? And how it's snowballed to the next thing. But I love you to kind of tell that story so people understand, because I know a lot of them like, I don't even dare to sell a funnel. But instead, like, you went and got results first, and then like people started coming to you, which is the power of having success with the funnel.
Yeah, no, it was so much fun because if you are at all techie, and I do believe you don't actually have to be techie. I've actually taught my 12-year-old, my 14-year-old how to build funnels, and they're pretty darn good funnel builders. But the beautiful part was I started out and I did the free funnel, and then I started getting paid to build these funnels and run traffic to them. And before I knew it, I was meeting, getting into these groups and stuff and meeting all these businesses, and they're like, man, I need a funnel. I need this. I need that. And it was crazy because I could help them. I knew how to help them. And then furthermore, as I kind of progressed in different areas of what I was learning, I was able to build funnels for my own business. And I think that's when it really clicked for me, that I had gotten a skill that was going to take away a fear that I had survival, of how are we going to make it? What is our, what is life going to look like? Like this very real fear whenever you've experienced real poverty or you've been really bad off. And, and it was so crazy because I remember whenever I realized I can build funnels for other people as services, and I can build them for myself, for my own business, and for courses and things like that I want to build for. And I was like, my life I will never have to worry again about how I'm going to be able to make money, because I gained a real skill that is viable, and it's not going anywhere. Yeah. It's not going anywhere. So, and it's just been incredible.
I love you painting a picture, because now you have your agency, and I don't know how many clients, but you have a bunch of clients over here, and you got people now who you've trained to do the work as well. But then over here, you launch your own courses. You have just people understand, like, I see all this stuff you're doing. It's like so amazing. I know how many clients you got. Like you introduced me to one of your clients who had a wallet. Maybe you want to tell that story. Like they had these wallets and you help blow up their business. But then you're also building your own courses over here. And like, it's just so much fun. Like how many cool things you're able to do at the same time because you have the skill set.
Yes, and that's one really cool thing about what I love, because yes, we're talking about funnel building right now, but Russell over delivers on everything. And so I got into the ClickFunnels Certified Partner Program and I went through all that training, and guys, it was so next level. And I can only imagine now, this is like all these years later, how much more next level this is going to be. So I didn't just learn funnel building, I learned copywriting, I understood direct response, and I got to learn from the greats, and it was absolutely game changing. And so as I have grown, I've been able to work with other businesses in order to grow their business. And one specifically, actually, there's two wonderful stories, but one is Joshua Stevens of King's Loot. He came to me and he had this wallet idea, and it was a beautiful wallet. Like I saw it, I was like, dang, this is awesome. And he had this wallet and he was like, I sell these at trade shows, but COVID has shut us down. And I worked with him, and basically he put the last bit he had on his credit card with me for my coaching services. And we started working together, and he started he's incredible. He got in there and started going and blowing. And we worked on the kind of funnel that he needed to have, what it needed to look like, what the price points needed to be. We worked on the copy. We worked on all the different things together. And let me tell you, he made $1 million. Well, hold on, income claims. He sold so many wallets. It could just be absolutely he got a 2 Comma Club award. Let's just say that. He got a 2 Comma Club award, and he became a rainmaker. And he's still going and blowing to this day. He get multiple 2 Comma Club awards now. And it was just from an idea. He believed he had a wallet that he wanted to be able to sell. And the difference was a funnel.
Yeah.
Literally, the difference was a funnel. He tried Shopify, he tried these other routes, got a funnel, got the right offer in place, got the right funnel in place, and bam, 2 Comma Club awards coming out the ears.
You are a rainmaker, you're a funnel builder, so cool. So for anybody who's listening to this and like, again, we're both in chat right now, I feel like so nervous and so scared. Like, what would you tell someone who's like, do I do this? Do I not? This is a big deal. Especially like, the news is telling me the economy is all bad. There's all these things happening, like all the fear. Like, what would you tell someone who like, in the same spot you were at, 6-7 years ago when you had to make that same decision?
Yeah, I think when you know, and I knew that I could do this. And there was a lot of belief that had to take place, and to know and to trust and believe myself and know that I would do the hard work. Because one thing Russell said, he's not guaranteeing any success here. It's hard work, you guys. I was homeschooling and I was doing all this stuff. And let me tell you, there were late nights, there were confusing things, there were things that I failed at where I really sucked at first, but I got better and I got better and I got better. And if you know that that's who you are, and if you know that you're going to show up and you're going to make it happen and you're not going to let anything stop you, then, all that fear, it's probably just because you're right on the other side of a really life-changing decision. Everybody has their own things you have to consider whenever you've got a big decision like this. But I just want to say, Natalie, there was a lady named Natalie in the comments, and she said, around brainstorming ideas on how to make this happen, it is possible. That's the kind of mindset that you need to have. And then Dominic, he said $10K for a career that could easily make you $100,000 a year is a no-brainer. And that's just quoting Dominic. And then Corey said, this is the time to say, how can I afford this? And I feel like it's that growth mindset. It's that, like I said, when you know that you know, and you are going to have the belief to step in and do it, and you have to just do it afraid, right? And so I think that would be the biggest thing, because I tell you what, once I bought into the program, I didn't stop being afraid. I had to keep showing up every day and go after it, even though I was afraid that I was going to fail. And I'm Enneagram 3. I don't know if you got any Enneagram 3s in here, but failure is not fun for me at all. Like, it makes you want to run away and scream. But when you put this kind of money on the line and you're ready to change your life, and you have the will, and you just have to do it afraid.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Stephanie, so much for being here and for taking time out of your busy day to share this. I'm just grateful for you coming on and proud of you. Everything you're doing is like so much fun to watch you from the sidelines and cheer you on now, which is so cool. So everyone in the comments down below, if you tell Stephanie, thank you so much for spending time with us and jumping on here. Her story is amazing. Hopefully you guys are all following her, but she's amazing. And thank you, Stephanie, again for being part of this. So
I'm sharing you a system where you can create your so-called landing page. And this is come with the e-funnel or marketing funnel system inside the system. First of all, you can see here, there is a landing page. Right. Basically, we send this landing page to capture visitor and convert them into your customer. And then you can see from here, the next thing they will go to your so-called autoresponder, and you promise them to give them a free ebooks or whatever. So that's how the thing will work. Right from there, they will link to another part. We call it the download page. Right, download page basically to download. The first part, the download page, you will see that they will download the ebooks that you promise or whatever. There was a second section there. Here is download. Is called another. We call it this is the OTO thing. Right. First download the page is download page, and then you have the OTO from here. You go down from here. This is one-time offer. Maybe they're interested. Not very expensive. That's how they go. And of course, they wanted to interested to buy the thing, then they go to the payment gateway. And once they download the thing, they will have everything in place with the download page and everything that they have. Example, if they don't want, then they go to the next OTO2. OTO2, that means instead of selling them one video, we are providing them maybe 10 video or 9 video that they will be doing. So finally, of course, if they're interested, the same way they will go to the payment gateway. And of course, the third OTO, of course, they ask them to become your member. So it becomes basically this how the membership will go on, and this is where the funnel system will go. Right. So if you created for somebody else's website, the funnel system must work in this manner. It's only be a little bit of changes due to the different niche of the product, and that is the only thing you can consider. Okay, this is the end of the subject, and what Stephanie was doing, that the same thing that I have attended the same course. That was many years ago. I think this one, the .com secret, is about something like $1,000 that we attended the course, and plus the book that we got. Of course, I have a lot of Russell Brunson books now talking about the funnel system. I think you hope you enjoy the story, and think, be patient, convert yourself, and you can build. Basically, what you need to do is to build an online business that is your own and build your own customer database. Don't depend on company. You have to be your own database. I have gone through this experience. That's why I'm here to share with you. Right or wrong, I'm not against any company, but what I'm trying to say that build your own database. Okay.